Oh, snap. Hey, Dream, do me a favor, hit that volume for me. Thank you. You the man. Hear what they say about you. What's happening? We back. Episode 81. Sorry about last week. Let's go. Quick one. It's your boy Country coming live from the South. Got something to say. Episode 81. We back.
What's happening? It's your boy DJ Big Dream, the Dirty 30 representative, bruh. We in here.
And this is the heavily orchestrated, never duplicated lyrical symphony known as the Eternal One Eternity, holding it down for the South. Yeah.
Man, what's up, everybody? We back. Sorry about last week. Unfortunate events happened. We had to bail Dream out of prison. The next day, I got excruciatingly sick. And attorney, I ain't got time. So. At all. For nothing, you know. So, and I understand. I get it. Like, bro, being busy is a good thing. Especially when the outcome is income, you know.
You know it.
Outside of that, man, it's been 2 weeks, right?
Well, I mean, we only missed 1 week, but yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
Essentially 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We had some great topics for y'all last week, so we just won't carry them over. I think we should start with movies. You know, give us a little wrap up on how our weeks were. You know, y'all had anything going on?
Honestly, not really. Hit y'all with a couple of announcements real quick. I mean, because I don't think I had a chance to talk about it last week.
For sure.
But, the Power Lines Poetry, my poetry troupe, we are doing this Order of Mystic Poets Ball. We've been trying to do this ball, bro, for like a couple of years now. So, next year will also be Power Lines' 10-year anniversary. So it's a good way to kick off the year. So if y'all ain't never been to a ball, you want to experience something a little different. A little poetry, a lot of party, but we're gonna have a great time, man. So y'all can hit me up in my inbox if y'all want to holler at that. Also, y'all can see me in Country. We rocking our Awake, Elevate, Motivate, the cruise that we was talking to y'all about. DJ Big Dream got one too, but he was already dressed and we don't want him to strip. So that's cool. We good on that. But I said I was going to save the heavy promo until the 15th, and I didn't even make it to the 15th. I made it to, like, the 4th, because y'all was buying the hell out of this merchandise. So I love, thank, and appreciate y'all for that. I do have some stuff left if y'all want to see what we got left. MrEverlasting.com, them all the commercials. That's all I got. How about y'all?
What's up, Big Dream? How your week was, man? You got anything spectacular happen?
I don't remember shit. I'm getting old.
I know it. I kind of figured that.
My slingshot didn't crank this morning.
That's tragic.
And the power steering didn't work.
Oh, that's horrible.
How you feel now?
Oh, I finally got it crunk. I charged it for a while and crunk. Then it took a little while. Then the power steering came back. Just ain't had crunk in 2 weeks, and that bitch don't like it.
Yeah, you need truck charger. I think I told you this already.
I got one. I just didn't do nothing with it.
Oh, well, guess who fault that is?
Slingshots.
The slingshots?
Yes.
It's the slingshot fault.
Yeah.
Yes.
That it didn't crank.
You need to take his ass in the house and
not going. Man, I think we should start off on TV and movies. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen The Hard They Fall now.
Oh yeah.
So, quick. I mean, summary review. Terry, what you think?
I loved it, and I'm not a Western type of guy, but I mean, I think a lot of times when we get all-star black movies, that they tend to not flop, but sometimes they tend to overdo it. Mm-hmm. However, every single individual in this movie played their role to the T.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was fine.
I mean, it was perfect casting. It's one of the movies where you don't mind watching it again. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it is I caught little Easter eggs here and there. One in particular, I'm pretty sure we're gonna touch on. But y'all done had 2-3 weeks to watch it. So if y'all ain't watched it, spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We here to talk about it.
We are telling the movie. I done seen it 6 times in those 2 weeks.
Really?
So yeah,
I watched it twice.
So that tells you how much I liked it.
1.5.
Tell you how much I liked it. So Dream, what you think about it?
I loved it, man. like you say, the cast. First off, I think Jay-Z was involved in making this movie.
He was executive producer.
Had to be good.
True.
Cause it's Hov, baby. It's Hov, baby.
It's Hov, baby.
But they had twists in it. It didn't start slow either. That was another good thing.
Yeah.
It started off like, what the fuck? Now, ironically, if he'd just killed the band and left, but by him doing what he did made me say, oh, that was fucked up. Then carving the little boy head, that's a savage. You know what I mean? Most definitely can't move. And I love movies that come right in with the spice.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was a good take. I love that it had a twist, which I seen coming. But still, the twist was still good. You know what I mean? It at least leave you on a ledge to where you're saying, it can't be. It can't. Goddamn show is. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, even though you kind of know, it was good enough to keep you right on the edge of the seat with that. The build up, Walter White, I actually knew that was going to happen as well because they hinted to it in the movie. But the dude from Get Out, what was his name in the movie?
Oh, you talking about Cherokee Bill?
Cherokee Bill. Yeah. Even though he don't say a whole lot of movies, I absolutely love his character.
He played a heavy.
He played a heavy role, but he don't talk a whole lot.
I think he was the fourth Bill talker though, in lines, right? Fourth Bill probably, yeah. Like, cause we know
fourth or fifth. Cause I mean, you got, of course you got Rufus Buck.
Yeah. You got
and then
the main star.
You got them two.
Then both women. Both women.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
So
I would say
five.
fifth.
He's fifth Bill online.
The other dude did a lot of talking.
What other dude?
The one that Bill killed.
He ain't talking more than Cherokee though.
Shit,
man, Cherokee had.
He didn't shut up.
The whole talk fast.
Yeah, the whole monologue on the train was Cherokee.
Yeah, that was
the whole monologue.
But he didn't have to say much then. That's what I liked about it.
But at the same time, bro, I'm gonna say this too. I think that I don't know the guy's real name, but the guy that played not Lakeith, the other cat. I think that's just him, and they put him in roles in which he can flex that.
Yeah,
because
I agree. It was too natural.
Which I don't know if you did. I know I'm sure Dream didn't. But the last Power Ranger movie that they released, he was the Blue Ranger.
Oh yeah, sure was.
He was the Blue Ranger in the movie, and he was on the scale in the movie. So he was like, he was basically almost autistic. He was super smart, but he talked just as much. He talked just as fast as he does in The Harder They Fall. And I think that's just his nature for him to be in those types of roles that require that fast talker type, you know what I'm saying, persona.
Bruh, he told him, he was like, man, all that showboat gonna get you killed. Bruh. His name was Beckworth.
Yes.
I rocked with Beckworth, man. I liked him.
I did too.
And he was faster.
But it's like, bro, you got to shut up.
Yeah, but the little girl boy thingy.
Cuffy. Stop. Come on, bro.
I didn't know what it was for a long time. One of the girls. It was
in the movie. You know what it was in the show? You seen the movie?
Yeah, well, it happened later. So
you did forgot today?
What was the name?
Cuffy.
So when she said the fire shit in the shiny shit get shot, that was so fire. That was so fire when she said that. And that also let me know that he was gonna get shot.
So I tell you, the thing that got to me the most was I didn't do any kind of research before the movie started. I just knew I heard them talking about it, and I was like, yo, we finna get like this all black Western. I know it's coming to Netflix. I didn't know Jay-Z was involved. I didn't know who the director was. None of that. So when it started, I was like, bro, the Tarantino direct this? Because this is some Tarantino signature style stuff.
Okay.
But James Samuel, I don't know if it's James or James. It's spelled Jaymes.
I think
so
it's James.
It might just be James.
I think it's James.
But what I didn't find out until after the fact was he actually produced a short film, like in 2000. It was either 12 or 13. Kind of with this same premise.
Based off this, yep.
It's based off these same characters, and it's another all black cast. It's like Erykah Badu is in it, and like it's a bunch of people. But you can find it on YouTube. It's like 51 minutes. but you can find it on YouTube. And so it's almost like when he made that, it's like Jay-Z saw it and was just like, yo, this is a good concept. You need some money behind it.
Yeah.
And they just they pumped it out. I'm gonna ask, well, before I get to the next part of what I wanted to ask about, what did you think about it?
I watched it 6 times, so I mean that
Kind of speaks for itself.
I think it was the movie of the year. As of right now, I think it's the best movie that came out this year.
It's a good, yeah.
It's up there.
It's up there.
And I just watched
Top 3.
Shang-Chi and the
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yeah, I just watched that, which is
it's
arguably a front runner.
It's so funny that you brought it up because that's why when you said it, I was like, top 3. Because I watched it probably 3 days ago. Mm-hmm. When did it come out? Friday, yeah. I watched it Friday. Mm-hmm. And that's another movie. It's 2.5 hours, and I'm like, yeah, I could watch this again. It was that good.
It was 2.5 hours of great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was top tier. So
it was good.
I super enjoyed it. I really enjoyed. My favorite character was Cherokee Bill.
Okay.
Second favorite character was Beckworth.
Okay.
It's my top 2 favorite character. Quick draw.
Mm-hmm.
Lakeith is proven to be probably one of the best actors in the game right now.
I agree.
If he's not, although he's crazy in real life, he's probably one of the top 10. I mean, one of the best actors around right now.
He bodies every role.
Yes, he do.
And I think part of that, he came out. He talked about how like he had to deal with like depression and stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, from playing that role. And I think that's
I seen that post.
Being a method actor.
Playing what role?
The Hard Day Fall role.
Yeah, the Cherokee Bill role.
Really?
Yeah, because it basically, he was saying that how when he gets into a role, he really immerses himself into that role, and it's so hard for him to come out of it after the fact. And so he was talking about how he was dealing with like, he was struggling with depression and stuff like that after the movie was done. But that's the one thing about Lakeith, man. Everything that he touches, he literally embeds himself in.
Like, he went through it shooting the Judas and the Black Messiah movie.
Oh yeah,
he really went through it.
Yes, he did.
But I think that was this year. That's top 3.
Was it this year?
I think so.
I don't know why I feel like that was.
I can't remember what was this year. So I can't even get in the conversation.
Judas and the Black Messiah. It was recent. But either way,
okay.
murdered that role.
Still,
he killed that role.
He did.
I mean, I don't know if y'all watched it's a movie called Knives Out on Amazon.
Seen that.
Love it.
Seen that.
He murdered that role.
Yes, he did.
They got a part 2 coming out too, by the way. Just put that out there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that movie was great.
Yeah, Knives Out was dope.
Knives Out was super dope.
Yeah,
but back to the movie though. Of course, the Keith kills it. Of course, Regina King kills her roles. Idris Elba gonna always kill his role. We know that.
Right.
But it showed Zaza Beetz. It showed her where she's going.
Right.
Like, she's relatively new, came from Atlanta, same place Lakeith came from. She got a bright future in front of her. Jonathan Majors made his way to the screen from Lovecraft Country, but he is proven to be.
That is who that is.
He is probably gonna be, within the next year or two, one of the biggest actors in Hollywood.
I agree.
With his ability, he's probably gonna be one of the biggest out of Hollywood. He got a big role coming up. He's gonna play Kang the Conqueror for the Marvel Universe.
Yep.
That's huge. So, really excited to see where this guy goes.
If you watched the Loki series, he shows up at the end of the Loki series.
Yes.
And it's so different for him, and I love it.
He played in the Five Bloods.
Variants. He played in what?
The Five Bloods.
He damn sure did.
He was in the Five Bloods. Yep.
He damn sure did. So this is what I want to ask you. I'm glad you brought up Zazie Beetz. So Zazie Beetz has been doing, some pretty good stuff. I loved her role in Deadpool. A lot of people had a problem that they picked her for that role.
She played Domino in Deadpool.
She played Domino in Deadpool 2?
2, yeah. Remember she had the birthmark over her eye?
Yeah. You remember when they jumped out the plane on Deadpool 2?
Yeah.
Everybody survived. I mean, everybody died except for her and him.
She had she was the person who had the best look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her.
Her name's Domino.
I don't remember her name, but she the one who was just lucky. They like, how is that a superpower?
Dion Cole killed his role too. Anyway,
Damn, that was
He
hard.
did.
Deion Cole
And
killed
that
his
was
role.
different for Deion Cole.
Because it wasn't a funny role.
Right.
It was a real role.
Right.
I respect it. Bruh, the dude from Startup.
Which blew Tisha mind when
Yes.
I told her who that was.
Absolutely.
She
bro.
say, "That is him." Yep. That's the funny dude that from the commercials now.
Then that was what, Damon Wayans' son that played in the beginning. He was with
Yeah.
the Red Hood gang.
Yep.
That was him.
That's his son, yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of people.
It's
A lot of people in
Superstar
this movie.
cast.
It is.
Superstar cast.
It is, bro.
You was talking about Zaza though.
Oh yeah, so a lot of people had an issue, you know what I'm saying, with her playing Stagecoach Mary.
And
Because
Domino.
Stage-
They ain't like her playing Domino either. And
Yeah, but well, we know why that was though. You know what I mean? Because in the comics, Domino was white.
sometimes.
Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. But for this instance, you know, Stagecoach Mary was a darker one, and you know, a lot of people brought up the fact that they had, since they brought Jonathan Majors in, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Muhammad or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that played not Letty, but the other sister that was like going under the curse, and she had like the white skin.
Okay, yeah.
They pointed out the fact that, you know, like you had her right there, which, being honest, just looking at the actual photo of Stagecoach Mary,
Right.
she would have embodied that role more.
Look.
Right.
That look,
Just
yeah.
the look.
Right.
We can't
well,
say we
that's
can't
the
talk
role,
about
but the look itself.
acting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So she would have embodied that look a little bit more. I mean, but none of the characters were really true to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not all of them. So I don't. I unfortunately, I understand how, especially a lot of our darker sisters, feel that colorism plays such a role in Hollywood in these roles.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I understand and I respect it. I just kind of agree to disagree with a lot of the commentary that I saw. I'm just being honest with you. I didn't really comment on much of anything because that's just not my fight. And sometimes when it's not your fight, it's just not your fight. And you stay away from it.
So I seen it as well. Of course, I ain't commenting either.
Right.
Just because it ain't my fight, and I don't think it's worth the hassle.
Right.
Right. I get it. You know, the picture of this person looks like, I mean, they could have used somebody different. But just imagine if those pictures didn't come out.
Right. I agree.
Nobody would have had nothing to say. Right?
You right.
I think we overlooking the fact that I do get the whole shit colorism, right? And we, you know, it may have been an actor out there that wanted to be in that role. Did they audition?
And see, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, and somebody actually brought that point up in one of the threads that I saw. They was like, how do you know that 50 people didn't audition for this and maybe she just had the best audition?
Right.
You know, and then I saw a lot of back and forth as far as like, yeah, she might have had a good audition, but I'm sure somebody was there that was just as good. But she's more appealing to the eyes. But it's like, how do you know that?
You can't say that, though.
You can assume that.
You can only assume that.
But you don't know that.
Yeah.
And so I on that point,
and that's
agree.
my biggest thing, right? We don't know how the selection of characters was selected. What if it could have been somebody that actually looked like the role? They probably had somebody in mind,
Right.
and
They might not have been available.
they may
We
not
don't
have
know
been
that
available. Zaza could have been just so much better,
Right.
You know, like bro, it's so many factors to it. And yo, like instead of finding a reason to talk about the one thing, you gotta find something to talk bad about a movie.
Yeah.
The one thing you find to talk bad about, let's just celebrate the fact that we got it was the top movie in the country for what? 2 weeks?
Yeah.
We had one of the top movies in the country for 2 weeks. It's all black. Yo, celebrate that.
I'm with it.
Yo, I promise you there's gonna be more movies where we give more darker skinned women opportunities. And it's gonna be movies where lighter skinned women gonna get opportunity. And lighter skinned and darker skinned men. I don't think it's worth the hassle of the energy that we put in. I've seen people make whole posts about it. And I'm like, yo, you're light skinned. Like, a light skinned woman make a post about like, oh, this should have did this, should have did that. First, you're light skinned. If you would audition for this movie and they picked her over you, and not because she's better, because she looked more like the part, you would have felt some kind of way.
Yeah.
So like, bro, like let it go.
Right.
Let it go. Move on. Find another hill to die on.
I get
That's
it.
just how I felt about that part of it.
I get it.
So spoiler alert, if y'all hadn't seen it, get ready. Guess what? We finna spoil the whole movie. The entire movie is finna be spoiled right now. What you think about the end? DJ Victory. I know you say you seen it coming.
Well, when I said seen it come, I knew that was his brother. But I wish they'd have went. I don't know for some. I don't know. I really a lot of times been a person who think they can write movies. I can rewrite movies. Like if this would have happened at the end, I don't know another way I could have seen that end going realistically. Even because we were waiting on them to go at it and kill one another like other two. But then when you find out what's going on, and I'm bad at putting myself in character shoes. Cause like she had like a tear in her eye, and she looked at me. Could you have done it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd have killed his ass. She said, for real? Yeah, not because he killed my daddy though.
No.
Let's kill my mama.
My mama had nothing to do with that shit.
Right.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Not even the scar on my forehead.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what my mama had to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that would at first I'd probably cried the same way. But then when I thought about you killed my mama too for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I'd killed him. I would have thought twice.
His mindset about killing his mom was, his dad killed his mom.
Yeah.
His dad killed his mom.
Oh,
so
I didn't
he
think about that.
was gonna make his dad see his wife die first and then kill him. That was the whole mindset behind it.
I ain't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't have mattered to me.
Yeah, I still wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Nah, it's rap, cuz. Somebody got
He
to
killed
die.
him. Killed him too.
Yeah.
Like he kept killing him after he was dead.
Like he killed him to
Like 10 seconds after he was dead, he was
I'm gonna
still
squeeze
trying
it
to
till
kill
it
him.
start clicking.
Yeah.
He webbed him, bro.
Yeah.
What you think about the end, man?
As it started to prolong, I was kind of the same way. I was just like, oh, he finna tell him that's his brother.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, he
I
finna tell
see
him
it.
that's his
Yeah.
brother. And I can see it. I didn't like the villain having my last name and fucking suck. Cause all the jokes came. All the jokes came.
You're a buck.
Yeah.
I ain't even think about that.
You're a buck.
Yeah, all the jokes came. But there's that, you need to find out who your people is.
Was it a villain?
I don't think so.
Who? Was who a villain?
Rufus.
Yeah.
I mean, for context.
Yeah, he was a villain. Yeah, bro.
Was he?
Yeah.
Why?
Bro, he was a bank robber. He took
Why was he robbing banks?
to start his own community. Let's say for black people.
See, you see what I'm saying? That's what I loved about the movie. It had stuff in it like that to make you say, I mean, you get
No,
what
but
I'm
he
saying?
still was a villain, bro. He killed the man point blank range in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
That's villain activity, bro.
That man was talking back to him, bro. Sometimes you gotta kill people and talk back
Alright, so he gonna sit here trying to defend the
Right.
fact
No.
that this dude.
But ultimately, man, like I said, I love the movie. I love the nod to Chadwick
Yes,
on the train.
that was dope.
I love that. But ultimately, man, yeah, like it is. I hadn't seen.
Wait, go back. You like what?
So the train that they were on, if there's a scene where when the train stopped, when they stopped the train, if you look at the name of the train, it says C.A. Bozeman.
Yep.
It did.
Yeah.
Chadwick
nod.
A. Bozeman.
It was a
Sweet.
lot of nods.
Yeah.
Like you should YouTube the
I need
extras was
to.
ton of.
I
Yeah.
need to.
It was I mean, so it was little stuff like that caught my eye. You know what I'm saying? That just made it good to me. Like you say, top 3.
Yeah.
And the
What
only
if he
reason I'm saying-
would have called you a nincompoop? We ain't no nincompoop.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what else I liked about it. They didn't use nigga the whole movie.
Not
They did.
once.
Not once.
That was actually a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why I seen that, but I seen that. Where Nick was not
He was like, he better not say nothing that started with an N.
I saw an interview it was after I saw the movie, and the director brought it up. He was like, "You don't have to call me a nigga to tell my history." You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the history of like the story is false, but the characters are real. They are based off of real characters. You know what I'm saying? Real black cowboys and cowgirls that existed. You know what I'm saying? In this lifetime, or a previous lifetime rather. But I mean, ultimately, he was just like, you didn't have to. And I felt like that was kind of a jab at Tarantino because Tarantino love putting nigga in movies.
He love it.
He love it. I don't care how black the movie is. Somebody gonna get called a nigga, and more than likely, he gonna say it. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's just it is what it is. But I like that, and I keep saying top 3. And the only reason I'm saying top 3, I hadn't seen the new Bond film, and I legit got a friend of mine that is super unbiased, and I saw him say this the other day. He said, "The Harder They Fall" is, quite frankly, the best movie I've seen this year, besides Bond. For me, they neck and neck. That's what he said. So now I'm kind of like, all right.
So, quick, are you a Bond fan?
No, not really.
Are you a Bond fan?
I remember it being one at one time, but I can't remember the last one I watched.
Yeah, it's like I'm not rushing out to go see the latest 007 movie.
I'm not that
I'm
big
the
of a
same way
Bond.
with the Mission Impossible series, but I like the Mission Impossible movies.
So I'm definitely a Mission Impossible fan.
Okay.
I was Mission Impossible, kind of like that with Bond, matter of fact. I remember back in the day I was big Mission Impossible, but I don't think I watched the last few.
Well, it ain't been but 4 total.
I
So
don't think I liked the last one then.
But
Seemed like it was like 30 of them.
no, it's just 4. But all 4 of them are great.
yeah, but I mean, but so I'm gonna go see that.
Me too. I mean, I'm gonna watch it just because it's getting that kind of review. And I had this thing about Daniel Craig that I feel like he was overhyped until I seen Knives Out, and I was like, oh snap, this dude really can act.
Yeah, he
I was like, bro, he can really act. I didn't know that.
Hey, real quick, this is just a side note. Army of Thieves.
Okay.
Is that new?
Yeah, that's the prequel to Army of the Dead.
I know, I didn't know until, but have y'all seen it?
Yes, of course.
I haven't.
Really fucking good.
It's
I
great.
meant to put it in the group, and
It's
I didn't.
great.
That would make
I-
me say it.
I
I meant to
could
put
say-
it
So
in
you
the
seen
group.
Army of the Dead, right?
Yeah. I
So
see
Army of Thieves is the prequel to that.
Okay. I mean, I
like
gotta
it's
go check
literally
it out.
no zombies in this movie, but it is.
I got you.
Right. So you see zombies, but then you ain't gonna see them where they're at. They're on TV.
Right.
They talking about Vegas is going crazy.
I got you.
So because they getting ready, it's gonna be a whole. Like Zack Snyder got a whole saga to make with this
Okay.
movie, and it's gonna be tied up with. I think the next one's gonna be, Planet of the Dead.
Was it on Netflix?
Yeah.
I will watch it.
So, I have a problem. I watch a lot of movies, right? And unless one of y'all bring a movie to me, I really don't ever look into what the movie's about because I run out of them because I watch a lot of movies. I mean, I start them in the jacuzzi and finish them in the bed. That's why I watched it 1.5 times. And the movie popped up, and then I started in the jacuzzi, and I was like,
Which one? Which one you talking about?
on my thing.
Okay.
I said, "This looking pretty good." I paused. Hey, baby, hey, before we go to bed tonight, we gonna watch the movie. It seemed to be pretty good, and it was actually really good. And like midway through, I'm like, "That movie seemed familiar, though." You know what I'm saying? It's like I've seen this dude before, but I don't do no research on it. So then when it go off, I'm like, Batista. This look even more for me. You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, "I think we seen this movie before." I'm like, "I don't think we seen the movie before, but something going on." So, like the next day or the next night, I'm in the jacuzzi looking for something to watch, and it pop up. You know, it recommend you a movie when you watch a movie like it. That fucking throw it on, and it goes off exactly. It comes on. Army of the Dead come on exactly like Army of Thieves go off. I'm like, "Oh," she said, "I tried to tell you that." I'm like, "No, you didn't tell me that because I don't think you got it like that." You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking it's gonna be a part 2. Because the way it go off, it sets it up for
Army of the
Dead.
Dead. Right.
So I'm waiting on part 2. The only thing about it, I thought that the girl was gonna come back. You feel what I'm saying? I hate that she ain't in the Army of the Dead. You know what I mean?
Well, the next movie is called Planet of the Dead, and she may very well be in that.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna be dope.
And I'm gonna watch the shit out of it because it was good.
What were your final thoughts on The Harder They Fall?
Like I said, bro, it's top for the top movie of the year. Honestly, all-star cast, a whole bunch of young talent that's showing that who's gonna bring in the movie wave for the next 10 years. I enjoyed it. I will be watching it again, so highly recommend.
Before we get off movies, you seen Eternals yet?
Have not.
So I did.
Eternal.
The new Marvel movie.
I haven't. I want to see it.
And
What is on?
It ain't on
it
nothing.
ain't on. It's in the movies.
It's in the movie still.
Yes. I had to go see it for myself because all the early reviews was like, "Oh, this is the trash Marvel movie. It's the worst Marvel movie they made." Blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Well, I'm finna go find out because I'm finna go sit in this theater and find out. And,
I'm still gonna watch it.
And I'm really mad I didn't make it to see Shang-Chi now in the theaters because when they drop movies in 3D, that's normally the only time I really go to the theater unless it's something I really want to see. But I like to go see movies when they in 3D or they like in IMAX because I want that full experience. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't trash. You know, like I think the
hype got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what I'm not finna drop spoiler alerts, but you know, it was worth the money. It was worth me going and sitting in the theater for because it's 2.5 hours. It was worth me going and spending the time to watch the movie. The time didn't seem like it drug. It went by pretty swiftly. Right. My only complaint was that I wish they would have given me a little bit more backstory
on individual
characters.
That's what I read that a lot of that too. But, they kind of rushed through the plot lines of each.
They did. Like part of it kind of felt. It was kind of like, all right. Who is these people? Who is that? Right. Why are we mad at them? Why are they doing this? Like, you know, it was some of that missing. And it was just I think that they could have gotten to the points that they wanted to make, and they could have kept that movie about 1:50, 2 hours max. It was about 30 minutes too long. But with that being said, I also watched Dune, and Dune was good.
Dune was great,
but Eternals was better, in my opinion.
Well, in order to truly like Dune, you have to be part of the Dune universe, a real geek, right? Like, they didn't set this movie up to let new people in.
Oh, they definitely didn't do that.
They did not set this movie up to let new people in, bro. They brung this movie out, and they give you this. They give you the details of. They shot it perfectly.
Yeah. Yes.
If you knew what was going on, it was great to you. But if you don't know, you probably ain't anticipating the second one.
They fell asleep on it. I mean, I watched the original, so I kind of knew what was going on.
So that's the thing.
Then,
if you've seen the original, that means you know.
Right.
This was the lead up to the next movie.
Right. So
the next movie is when Doom starts getting crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of seen that coming. Before we go away from movies, Red Notice. Did anybody catch it?
Yeah, the hell out of it.
Did you see Red Notice? Bro, you will never catch the new movie.
Fire.
I don't, bro. I work all the time.
You and when I do,
I'm gonna be real with you.
Fire.
I
Super
got like,
fire.
You know what though?
I got
what?
like.
What the fuck was it about? Tell you
what is that on? Prime?
It's on. No, it was the new movie from Netflix.
Oh, it's the
about the three Cleopatra's
Deadpool guy.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh, he in it?
Yeah, he the star.
I might go watch that.
Ryan Reynolds, The Rock.
Yeah, fire.
Gal Gadot.
It's
fire.
Watch it now.
Super fire.
You know what I've been watching? Okay, so here's the thing. Like, I don't watch a whole lot of TV, and I think we already had that conversation before about like how people with anxiety tend to watch the same stuff over and over again because it's familiar. Like 90% of the time, lately when I've been getting home, I just be tired, like, and I don't want to start watching something and go to sleep on it. So I've been watching like stuff. I've been watching more episodic stuff. Like I even started Dope Sick, but I ain't had a chance to really get it.
Episodic,
yeah.
Sweet.
I ain't had a chance to really get it. So
got me a
like,
new one, bitch.
But like I watched like 2 episodes of Dope Sick.
Dope Sick is phenomenal.
Of course, I'm still in love with the Lost Symbol. It's getting closer to the end.
I told you to watch it.
Yeah, it's getting close to the end of the Lost Symbol.
I started it.
So I've been watching that.
I started it.
Arcane.
I
started Arcane. And that's the reason why, honestly, I hadn't watched anything else. Yeah. Because when I get home, whatever my normal stuff is that I'm gonna watch, I watch that. Then I watch like an episode of Arcane. I go take a shower and I go get my ass in the bed.
I gotta get back. I forgot about it. I watched Dope Sick.
Oh.
I watched the episode and a half. Till you fell asleep with me. I cut it off because I ain't want to miss no more. And forgot I was even fucking watching it.
First episode was fire, wasn't it?
Yeah, I forgot about it. I was like, this is a movie. Because I ain't know what it was. She was already watching. I'm like, this is a movie created to me. I said, yeah, I'll watch this with you. And I ended up watching it. Before we jump off of this, though.
Okay.
I did get to watch Voyeurs.
What? Yeah. The Voyeurs?
I did watch it.
You watched it?
It's a fucked up movie,
I
man.
told you. It's on Amazon Prime.
I watched a lot of movies, man.
What is it about?
He told me about the whole setup
we talked about
one day. That's why when I seen it, it popped up.
Slipped my mind.
It's the young couple who was spying on the other couple having sex, and they get caught up in the scandal shit. That movie, Yeah, that movie.
It's fucked
It's
up.
fucked up, ain't it?
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's
a
worth
lot.
the watch. It ain't a great movie.
No, it's not.
But it's most definitely worth the watch. And the twist is fucking amazing though.
Yeah.
The twist is amazing.
So I'm still watching Dope 6 because this week, actually tonight is the season finale for Dope 6. So I'm excited for that.
Okay.
I watched Arcane, watching that.
Yeah.
Actually watched Ted Lasso, which was wild. Didn't know how I got into it.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso is a really good show.
I'm finna go to Netflix and like start bookmarking all this stuff that we talked about.
Yeah, well, Ted Lasso is on Apple Plus.
Oh yeah, I ain't watching that.
But it's really a good show.
I'm gonna be in Dope Sick. I'm gonna watch some more of that tonight. I totally forgot I was watching the show, bro.
And this is the first thing that as soon as it popped up. This is the first thing on.
Yeah, it's probably one of the hottest movies out right now.
Red Notice is fire. I've seen it twice now.
It's probably one of the hottest out right now.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds is being Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
Which always is a good thing.
And Ryan Reynolds and The Rock in the same movie has to be.
Oh my God, bro, it's crazy. And it got a good twist too.
A great twist.
Okay. It got a good twist too. It was it's definitely worth watching for sure.
Okay.
For sure. They're hunting down Cleopatra's eggs.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. This sound like my. I'm just saying. This sound like my.
It's definitely some Indiana Jones.
I was finna say Deadpool meet Indiana Jones. I was just finna say that. Especially when he walked through the forward the back path. Nigga look like he was Indiana Jones now, remember?
I am into
Some old Temple Doom ass nigga. I remember saying that.
I done watched the National Treasure movies way more than I'd like to admit.
Probably as much as I have. To be honest with you, bro.
National Treasure is one of the movies like every time it's on TV, I don't care where I find it in the like if it's on and I catch it in the middle, I just leave it on. I be like, oh, it's on again. All right, cool.
Okay, we gotta get away from movies. I know we took Kelly out with movies tonight. I ain't waiting but 21 minutes in. Y'all be alright. Bruh. So I watched that one movie. You know them crazy movies that you watch that be completely nuts.
Right.
It's a movie called Willy's Wonderland with Nicolas Cage.
I've been seeing that, and I was going to ask you that, but I was going to wait till we get off to see if you watched the new Nicolas Cage movie.
So, mind you.
What is this on?
This on Hulu.
Okay.
So, no, I thought I seen some of him new on Netflix.
This is on Hulu. So, bruh, it's one of those silly movies that you know, like going into it, you know it's gonna be like what was the call 3000? The Mystery Wonder.
Mr. Science Theater 3000.
Mystery Science Theater 3000. This is one of those movies.
Okay.
Like they should be in the corner picking at this.
Okay.
Like 100%, you know this is a silly movie, bruh. This movie is an hour and a half long, and Nicolas Cage does not say one word the whole movie.
What?
He's the star.
Hell nah.
Not one word, but when I say he has not one line, not one line. You know what's else crazy?
What?
He don't have a name. They never acknowledge a name. He's never named. He never says a word.
And what's this called?
Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
So it's about him getting broke down in this town. They don't accept cards, so they only accept cash. He ain't got no cash, so they say, "I'll tell you what, we'll let you work it off. You just go clean up this place for us called Willy's Wonderland." He gotta stay over there overnight and clean this place up, and it's 6 animatronic beasts in there, like Chuck E. Cheese, like the band. They come alive and try to kill you.
Hell nah.
That's what this movie, bruh. It is hilarious, bro.
I mean,
it's like one of those Sharknado type movies, bro.
Yeah.
Like you know it's silly.
you know it's gonna be horrible, but it's gonna be the funniest kind of horrible ever.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is like one of those movies that you watch. Like, bro, I would love to like have a group setting where we can watch it and like live commentate this movie as we watch it.
I'm down.
Oh my God, that'd be so funny, bro. So funny.
So last movie, I watched a movie called Passing.
I hadn't watched it.
I hadn't watched that yet. Yeah, I hadn't watched that yet, but I am going to watch that.
Okay, don't.
I've been waiting on that to come.
Don't watch it.
Don't. It's fucking horrible. But it's
horrible because ain't no action in it.
No, it's horrible because it's horrible.
No, he can watch. I give Drew that he ain't an action head. He just like good movies.
I love action too,
but you like good movies, so I give you that. But the reason why I didn't watch it, bro, the reason why I haven't watched it yet is because looking at it, I'm like, this look like it's gonna be either really good or really bad, but either way, it's gonna be triggering.
Oh, so
you say triggering?
Triggering.
I saw
Not really.
I don't know what I was watching.
Not really.
Like a little 5-6 minute like mini doc popped up with Tessa Thompson talking about the movie and her character and like what the story was about and all that other kind of stuff, and I was just kind of like, yeah.
It's one small trigger that lasts about a minute. And I mean, triggering is like, I can't think of the word you use, black, something would piss you off.
Yeah, like it's gonna be something that like the fact that we even gotta do this.
Yes, no, that only lasts about a minute in the whole movie.
Okay.
It actually ain't triggering.
How long is it?
It seemed like it lasts forever. I watched it for 3 days. I watched it for 3 days, dog. I watched it in the jacuzzi, in the bed, and I finished it at the gym. And I don't think Tisha watched none of it, and she was there for 2 of them. Seriously, bro. The end is fucked up, though, because it don't go the way you think it's finna go. So, it was worth me finishing.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But there's no big twist. There's no nothing. There's nothing. It's just dry. And the whole movie black and white, too.
Oh,
no.
Damn, for real? Oh, no. I didn't know the movie was
entire movie was black and white.
Bro, let me tell you something. It took me about 2 weeks to get through WandaVision because it started out black and white.
Yeah, this whole movie is black and white. It never changed. The term, I mean, like even the terminology and all is literally set like in the 20s and 30s, I want to say. You know what I mean? Bro, I guess I can tell you what you would see in the little trailer. It's about these 2 friends who meet each other's downtown where black folks can't go. One woman's, fair skin, nice hair. She wear a bonnet to cover her hair and whatnot.
Right.
So she can pass for white if she wants to.
I know what the movie's about.
Now her best friend has basically made herself white. You know what I'm saying? And married a white man who don't know that she's white. You feel me? And in this passing, she realized that she could have had a nice life without trying to be white.
Right.
From seeing how her friend has progressed in life. And now she hating some of the moves she's made.
Right.
Right, that's literally the whole movie though.
Okay.
That's it.
Is there anything coming out that you're looking for?
Nope.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing coming out that you want to see?
Oh, you talking about like movie coming out? I thought you talking about did I get something out of that movie? That's what I meant.
No.
Yeah. I really want one of y'all. You're less unbiased than Craig, I would think.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, because you like to be the antagonist a lot.
And what?
In life.
Well, damn.
Well, you kind of do. But I think he would be the most. I do want you to try to watch it one day.
I ain't
gotta try to watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
And then when you get done, I watch it before next Tuesday. And when you come back, I just want you to tell me what you think. Was it bad as I think it is?
I'll find time for it.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
He just said, I like to be the antagonist in life. What does that mean?
I don't know, because to me, I feel like he's the antagonist.
What did I do? What are you talking
I'm
about?
only antagonist in music.
Facts.
That's the only one. That's the only one. 99% of the time I agree with y'all, except for music.
Yeah, I won't agree with. I disagree with you just for purpose.
Yeah, that's what I mean by antagonist. Yeah, that's what I mean.
So
not a bad way.
Probably still not gonna like this
you're
movie.
gonna be the dark horse because that's what helped build the argument, and I respect it. That's why it ain't a bad thing.
But the way you framed it scared me. I was like, why gotta do that?
Is there anything? What about you?
I don't know nothing that's coming out for real.
She said King Richard. That I do want to see that.
I'm gonna watch that Friday.
That ain't what I had in mind.
Definitely want to see King Richard though.
I'm gonna watch that.
I'm gonna let y'all talk shit about me, but it's cool. When was you talking about musicals? So y'all was like, who said they ain't like musicals?
I don't do musicals, bro.
Bruh, they are redoing West Side Story.
Yeah, I don't care.
I saw a preview for it when we went to go see Eternals.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, but I'm in. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm in, because when I saw the original West Side Story when I was in like the 6th grade. In Spanish class, because my teacher was from Colombia. So he used to introduce us to a lot of stuff that was like from just different parts of their culture.
I like stuff.
It was like the first time I ever heard Shakira music, like, and I couldn't understand shit she was saying, but it was dope as hell. But I ain't gonna lie, bro, I'm kind of in. I know you're not a musical guy,
bro. So
but I'm gonna go watch a West Side Story.
This new Annie that's coming out on TV,
the live one.
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Bro, there's 0% chance to get me to watch Annie, the West Side Story, High School Musical. Bro, I ain't even watching Wizard of Oz, bro.
Hey, real quick, was Dirty Dancing a musical?
Yeah.
That's the last one I seen.
You watched Hamilton, didn't you?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Guess who didn't watch Hamilton?
What? You didn't watch Hamilton?
Nah.
Oh my. Okay.
And so I hear how great it is. I've heard it, and I
that
told.
new?
Yes. Well, it's been around
been
forever,
around
but
for
it's
a
just
couple
now where you can see it at home.
Yeah.
So, full disclosure, I hear how great it is. I hear people talk about it. I hear they saying you gotta watch it, so forth, so on. I heard all that jazz. I even told myself I was gonna watch it. I have went to Disney Plus, put the cursor on it, and hovered, and was like, "Nah, son, I can't do this."
So let me just shoot straight with you. I'm not really a musical person, but there are musicals that I like. Like, I ain't never seen none of the High School Musicals. I let Nate talk me into watching Pitch Perfect, and Pitch Perfect was cool. It was straight.
I think I seen that.
But like,
Them the girls.
yeah,
I think I seen
when they
that.
on like the little team.
I think I seen that, and I think I like that. I seen that. I think I like that. So I lied.
Because it's more movie, but
And the fact the heavyset white chicken.
Yes,
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 I like
that's
that. That was
Pitch
good. I seen
So-
that. And it's a part 2. It was a
it's
part
like
2.
2 or 3 of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
I watched all of my things.
So
yep.
let me tell you the thing about Hamilton, because everybody talked about Hamilton, and I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like, I can watch the movies. Like, I watched In the Heights too. He did the same guy that did Hamilton did In the Heights. I ain't never just seen a musical coming in town and being like, "Oh, we finna go to the musical." Nope, not me, not that guy. You know what I'm saying? But so many people talked about Hamilton, and I was like, you know what? It was because it's like 2:45. It's a long play. You know what I'm saying?
2 hours and 45 of
Bruh,
niggas singing.
Listen, I press play. No, here's the thing. I press.
R. Kelly now.
No, listen. I press play. And I was like, I don't think I'm gonna make it through 20 minutes of this, because I was just like, I do not want to watch this shit. And like the first 2 numbers had me be like, oh, this is different. Let me watch this, and I will watch it again. I have watched it again. I've watched it twice.
So let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna watch Hamilton one day. I know I am. I promised myself I was gonna watch it. But the way I feel about musicals, bro,
Right.
is that hot take finna piss off every woman that watch our show. But I didn't watch. I hated The Princess and the Frog because it was a musical. Bro, they sung, and I know it ain't a musical, but they sung
I was gonna
entirely
say most Disney movies
too
are
much
musicals,
though.
damn near.
Yeah, they took it to the next level with Princess and the Frog though. It was like, golly, yo,
Never seen it.
I've seen every Disney movie, bro, but oh my god, bro.
I mean, like, Hamilton is like on some hip hop shit, and that's what hooked me. That's what hooked me.
I'm gonna check it. I said I'm gonna watch it.
I don't want you to watch it. When we go off the air, I'm gonna look up one of the tracks, and I just want you to listen to the track.
I want to see the trailer because I have no idea what y'all talking about.
You ain't gonna be able to see really. I mean, you can see a trailer, but it's gonna be
It's a stage play.
because it's a stage play.
Oh.
It's not a movie.
It's a
Okay.
stage.
It's an actual stage play.
Okay.
It makes it even worse.
Yeah.
I just want to be full clear. That shit makes it even worse. It lowers the amount that I want to see it, being that it's a stage play.
Yeah.
Oh Lord! All right.
I know, man. I
Moving
know.
on.
I know.
Yeah, because we've been on it for a little while and we got some good shit.
Yeah, we should.
Funny shit.
Man, Will Smith dropped last week. I picked it up. Haven't finished it yet. When I finish, we'll do a review on that. What else happened?
I think we should talk about the Astroworld situation.
I'm with you.
I know it's a little. It still is not really dated because information is still coming
There's
out
still
of it.
new stuff happening.
But yeah, this is something that we really wanted to touch on last week.
Yeah.
And we didn't get a chance to. So I definitely think that we should talk about that.
I'm with it.
What are your thoughts? You can open up.
All right, so to let everybody know the Astroworld situation, not this weekend, the weekend before, Travis Scott put out a 2-pack, 2 songs, and he was putting them out because his festival in Houston started, Astroworld Fest, which was brilliant strategy. I seen the 2-pack drop, and it looks like the National Enquirer's. It's a weird goblin-looking face
Right.
of his, and it was like, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it says. But it was wild to see. I was like, man, this dude. I was like, man, Travis Scott's weird. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, man, I like, and I know he ain't for me. He ain't my ears. He got some great tracks, but he ain't for me. But so yeah, this mixtape come out, and it's look like National Enquirers, and it says, "Who knows what lies beneath the surface? The true dystopia is here. when the end arises to really begin. Now this happened on Friday.
Right.
No, on Thursday. Yeah, this album dropped on Friday, right? The show, the first day of Astro World was Friday. Slated for 50,000 people. They had, I think, a total of 1,000 security guards. 700 of them was security, armed security, for 50,000 people, which is about right. The numbers is about right.
They are, because in most cases, I want to say they require like one security officer or one police officer for like every 100 people or every 200 people.
It's like for like something that big, it's one police officer for like every 500.
Okay.
And I think theirs broke down to like one for every 270.
Okay.
Which was on paper
right
about the right mix.
Right.
And that's going off what other festivals do. Now, mind you, Travis Scott shows are a little different.
Absolutely.
Travis Scott has been going on record said that his shows should be it's a rage event. He think he's a rock and roll star. He feels like he should have a mosh pit, and he said out his mouth that if somebody ain't bleeding or hurt, they ain't raging right. Right? He said this before.
Yeah.
So he also had a picture of a guy from one of his other shows, white guy knocked out. A picture on his Instagram saying how wild his shows get.
Right.
So unfortunately this day they say the crowd surged. Everybody, they started jumping the line, jumping over. More people was there than what they expected. And they was rushing the stage, which caused people to start getting trampled and getting hurt. 8 people were confirmed dead on that night. 11 people was in cardiac arrest, and over 300 was injured. That's super unfortunate, right? Super unfortunate. The crowd was chanting, "Help! Stop the show! Stop the show!" Man, there was a lot going on. People was getting dragged into tents and into like VIP areas, trying to help people out. And the show went on a little bit longer than it should. It didn't get stopped properly.
Right.
All this happened right after Drake took the stage to do Sicko Mode, which is their biggest song.
Right.
You knew it was gonna cause a huge reaction. They canceled the show for the next day. They had ambulances in and out there the whole time. First off, they didn't have an age limit on this show,
which was a problem.
Which is a problem, right? So it was some concerts that doesn't have an age limit, but it's nothing in my mind would ever think. Now, I know Travis Scott did a concert on Fortnite, but Fortnite ain't just for kids. Like, I know people that's my age and older that plays Fortnite, right? So I feel like on Fortnite 18 up plus, I think they even on Fortnite, I think they want you to be 13 plus to even play it.
I think so.
Like with parents' permission, you can be younger, but 13 plus, I think is what they recommend. Right. He did a concert on there, so I get him having a younger crowd, but in real life, I don't think you should have anybody under the age of 18 at your show.
Not only that, but there were 50,000 people.
Right.
You know the type of energy this show is gonna bring. And not to say, you don't even have to go to a Travis Scott show to hear about a Travis Scott show.
Right.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
And if you don't know, and you were planning on taking somebody, and this is your first time going to something with that many people for a specific artist, first thing I would have done is any type of research. You can go on YouTube and type in Travis Scott concert and find some of his festival shows from from years prior and stuff like that, just to watch them, just to kind of get an idea. There's no way in hell I would have had a 9-year-old
right
at a festival, that type of concert especially,
right,
knowing that many people are going to be there. And I understand wanting to, be a good father and take your son to see this artist that he liked. Personally, if I had a child that wouldn't be listening to Travis Scott music at 9 years old, just no.
Right.
Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to be of a certain age before my parents allowed me. And don't get me wrong, I can't monitor what they listening to at school. I can't monitor what they doing with their friends all the time. So I understand that aspect of it too. And I understand the fact that, well, if he gonna do it, I want him to be with me. Yeah, that's cool if we was talking about like a concert venue or an arena. You know what I'm saying? But we are talking about 50,000 people in a field. This is standing room only. No, just
bro. It was negligence. But before we go too deep,
okay,
I want to, so they canceled the show for the next day. Drake issued a comment. He issued a comment, saying sorry and respect to the deaths or whatnot. So what got me interested, right, is I started hearing the people talk how ritualistic it was.
That too.
Right, how ritualistic it was. And then like some stuff just made unwilling, like just lined up too crazy for me. Now I know it may not have been. I'm not here to say if it was or wasn't, but a lot of stuff lined up. What y'all think about that? Did y'all see some of that?
I did, but I didn't look into it like I should have.
Okay.
I didn't. I know what you're talking about though. Like certain things was.
Everything felt too coincidental.
Right.
Talking about like from the 2-pack to the imagery,
right,
to the stage setup,
right,
to just everything that happened. Everybody, I saw videos, which I'm sure they came from TikTok, but I found them on Twitter, of people talking about just how it felt like they were in hell.
Right.
Being out there, they was like it was just so hot and you couldn't breathe and it was suffocating.
They couldn't breathe,
you know what I'm saying? Like it was like just dead bodies and it's just it was a lot. And I had this real bittersweet notion from it. You know what I'm saying? I say bittersweet because whenever you put on an event, you are responsible for. I'm not gonna say you're responsible for the event, but in a way you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you hire a company to help you do this event, either way you are paying this company to come in to make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
So
ultimately you're responsible.
You're responsible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That is something that you choose to do, and that is something that has your name on it. And if my name is on something, I am responsible. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of the Now, I saw a lot of people talking about how it is hard to see certain things, in a crowd. And as a performer, I agree. I ain't never performed in front of 50,000 people.
Right.
But I done performed in front of 3,000 people. And I know that when I'm on stage and these bright ass lights is in my face, you can't really see nothing past the first and second row. But bro, you on a platform, elevated. They had to drive an ambulance through the crowd. Even if I couldn't hear the people, the minute I see sirens coming into my crowd, I'm gonna be like, yo, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, I just it was just real like weird. It was weird, real eerie. Just listening to people talk and seeing the footage and seeing the state, it looked demonic. It really did.
It did, bro.
It gave that vibe, and it's just like it's the collective of everything that just made it be like, yo, this is not a good look.
Right. It say bad look, bro. Like the collective of it all.
Yeah.
It looked it rough, bro. I even seen something crazy that it was. I don't want to misquote it, but it was something similar that it matched up with in the past. That was crazy as well. So going from that, now they're getting sued, and it's coming out that the event staff tried to tell them that they ain't have enough security. Tried to tell them that they ain't have enough help. Now, mind you, this place is set up to handle 350,000 people.
Right.
So it would seem that it would be easy to maintain 50,000.
Facts.
But apparently they didn't staff enough people. Now let's put some hard numbers to it, bro. Tickets for this show, it's almost $300 a day.
Yeah.
A lot of people bought 2-day passes.
Damn.
So you
Yeah,
do
bro.
50,000 people. 50,000 people times 300.
It's a lot of money, bro.
You talking about 15 million, bro?
Yeah.
One day
One day.
with no merch sales. Now mind you, the merch table there is ridiculous.
Oh, of course.
It's ridiculous with no merch sales. So, bro, you probably clearing $25 million. Now, mind you, you gotta spend some of that and set up and pay people.
Right. But still.
But still, the overall profit in that, probably $20 million a day.
Yeah.
Bro, it's easy to pay for better security for people's safety.
Facts.
It's easy to take care of that. And
Facts.
from my understanding, bro, it was told to Live Nation and his team that they didn't have the proper setup, and they ignored it. And he was like, "Man, my concerts get wild. We rage." That's rough for me, dog.
Yeah.
That's rough. Man, lives were lost, dude. We done had 2 people die since last week.
Right.
The official death toll now is 10 people.
10 people.
One of them was the kid.
Yep.
So the 9-year-old died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9-year-old.
He fell off his dad's shoulders and got trampled. And he was in critical condition in the hospital. He passed, I think, 2 days ago. Sunday. Yeah.
Condolences to the family that lost people.
So
For sure. But that's just a rough situation, man. Like I said, a lot of it don't sit well with me. We've seen stuff like this before. So just send prayers out to the people in Houston that had to deal with that. And man, especially when it comes to young kids, be really mindful what your young kids are doing. Like, they shouldn't be going to concerts, y'all. I don't care if it's smaller concerts, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not a good look, especially without your supervision there.
right.
And I know stuff can still happen, but man, I can't fathom why a kid should be at a Travis Scott concert. Like, can't fathom.
That's rough.
Man, any follow up? Anything left on that? Yeah.
No.
I hate to have to be the parent that have to live with that
Right.
decision to take.
Yeah.
Especially if you're married, now you gotta go back and tell your wife
Yeah.
or the baby mama. Still, you gotta tell the baby mama. So that's brutal. I could never live with the fact that I made a decision that caused one of my kids to die. That's rough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's rough. Oof. Yeah, man. Now, I didn't do the research on it. I should have. I seen it, and
You did what you normally do. You don't care. Cause we said this 2 weeks ago. You could have had some research done.
yeah, it's Travis Scott.
I ain't what that got to do with anything. It's the
I mean,
topic we're
that's-
talking about.
I know that's why I ain't dive into as deep as I should have, but I did.
I mean, for the show, where you older fans at? The fans come here to hear you talk.
They heard me.
They heard you say nothing.
I said a little.
What's next on the agenda, bro?
So, real quick, before we get into the heart of the matter that we're gonna be talking about this evening, Kyle Rittenhouse, the Kenosha,
Killer.
yeah, basically, I was gonna say shooter.
Bro, look at here. They finna let this man get off. We gonna have a full review on this next week for sure.
when they deploy the National Guard, shit finna go downhill. When they allow you to select your jurors from a ballot box, shit finna go downhill. They have afforded this young man, they already dropped 2 of the charges, but they have afforded this young man luxuries that black men could never. For way less. But
They got the gun charge,
yeah,
which is
stupid.
how you drop a gun charge when there's video of him with the gun.
Well,
And photos.
I seen that one going away. And it's considered a rifle in every state. And
It wasn't because of the rifle. They said because the barrel wasn't long enough for whatever rule it
wasn't
is.
short enough.
Was it short enough?
Short enough.
It was the barrel length It's what they use to drop the gun
because
charge.
the longer barrel equates to a rifle, and it's no age limit to have a rifle.
Insane.
Yeah,
It is. I mean, it ain't nothing that we finna stay on because I know we're gonna talk about it after the verdict come out.
yeah.
But ultimately, y'all pay attention, be vigilant, be mindful, be careful, because clearly the luxuries afforded to some are not the luxuries afforded to all. That's all I really got.
Factual.
I just kind of wanted to touch on that for a second.
Yeah, and know that we're gonna cover that in full next week.
Yeah.
We're gonna cover that in full next week.
But that's it.
With that being said,
Are you ready?
Yee, formerly known as Kanye West, sat down with Drink Champs 2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago.
and then they unleashed the second part of the interview.
Right.
Let me tell you, Kanye West was on one. Did you see that, Drink?
Oh.
Twice. So, I'm gonna give y'all my initial response. Cause I try to normally go away from me to hear y'all's first, but I'm gonna let y'all hear mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you, Kanye West is a madman, but he's also probably one of the few geniuses that we'll ever get to see move in real time. Right?
You right.
Like, where we all heard about, the geniuses of the past. Your Albert Einstein, your Nikola Tesla. Your can't even think of his name right now. But we got to hear about that. Steve Jobs. We got to hear about the true visionary geniuses of our time, right? Even I think Bill Gates fall into that. I think Elon Musk fall into that as well. And just to be a genius doesn't mean you have a high IQ score. It's just you got a different outview on life and a different understanding of things.
Right.
So,
And how to manifest it.
and how to manifest it for sure. I
You know
agree
what
with that.
Yeah.
So, I don't think you get to see that often. I don't care about how you really feel about Kanye, good or bad. Like, his brilliance is undeniable, right?
You're right.
His brilliance, you can't deny his brilliance, right? So, watching this guy talk, I feel like Nori, who runs a great podcast and a great show, kept getting caught up trying to steer the show and realized that, man, I don't need to steer this guy. I need to let him work this stuff out in real time. I think he's thinking about so many ideas in his head so fast in such rapid succession, it sounds like he's rambling.
Yep.
Facts.
But it's just a scream of brilliance coming out. He has some high points in this thing.
He most definitely was rambling. But like I say, when you put that much information on a hard drive,
Ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Ain't got nowhere to go.
that's how I look at him now. That man got so much data on his hard drive that in the middle of you typing some shit, a whole nother platform will pop up. You know what I mean? But it ain't like he don't know exactly what he talking about when he talk about it. It just came out in the middle of another section.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There was so much.
That was a lot.
Like that. Part one alone was a lot.
I would say a lot. Like,
Part two was a little bit easier to digest because it wasn't so much. But one of the funniest things I think they did was the name drop counter. And like,
That's what that counter was?
yeah, the
yes,
name drop count.
every time.
Bro, you know what I thought that counter was?
What?
So you can go back and find what section you was in. But that's how I went back to find. I said, maybe I think we was in 37, 38 when
No.
he said it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
That's what I look at
Every
this.
time-
Yeah. I went back. There it is.
Every time he name dropped somebody, they was counting.
Bro, I had no idea what the number was. It got like in the 40s in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he went back to it in part two. They just didn't do the counting.
Yeah,
But he probably went back and name dropped another 27 people.
yeah.
Bro, dude was. I respect him on another level.
Oh, for sure. But see, I always knew he was genius. I always knew he was one of the brightest men in our.
I didn't agree with you originally.
I know, but I always felt that way because I've seen Kanye West have these same conversations way before people thought he was crazy. Way before people looked at him differently. Way before he was a billionaire.
Yeah.
He's had these same kind of conversations before. bro, listening to him talking about college dropout, back during college dropout time,
Yeah.
he sounded like this.
Yeah.
It ain't new for him. You know what I mean? So the difference is the amount of information he's gained since then to now.
He said something in part 2 that not so I looked at it while I was listening to it. There are certain things that that'll stand out, and as a poet who listens to a lot of poetry and a lot of poets have a tendency to do this thing where when someone hits you with a line that just really stands out to you, they go like that. And when he said he was like he said something to the effect of our friends don't make us feel good. He was like, but our therapists have a way of making us look at ourselves differently. He was like, and no one wants to deal with a celebrity because we're all narcissists. And I was just like, when he said that, I had that moment, because it's one of them things where it's like from the outside looking in, when you just see Kanye West doing Kanye West stuff, he comes across like a narcissist. And him saying that out loud, like, yeah, I know I'm a narcissist. We all are. Here it is. You know what I'm saying? He was touching on little stuff like that really just made me be like, well, at least he has accountability. Him talking about the haircut and the doves that he had cut in his hair and what that represented for him, and you know, him talking about just he covered so much stuff
that you have to watch it 2 and 3 times
to
really
catch all of it.
Yeah,
I do, man. I remember when you first said you wanted to watch it, you wanted to talk about it. I was like, bro, I like Ye. I don't know if I can listen to him talk for this long. But after a while, like, I stopped looking at it. You don't look at the timer no more.
Nope.
Because he's just talking, and you were.
Well, I was looking at the big timer.
I had gotten.
They kept
so
flashing numbers.
the counter, the name drop.
But I had gotten so, you know what I'm saying, just like invested. And I'm gonna tell you, the only reason I was kind of hesitant, because I was kind of like, man, I really hope he didn't like fluff this interview like on some celebrity shit.
Right.
And
I don't think he know how, bro.
No, he does.
No, he does.
He does.
But in this instance, he came in and was just like, all right, so what we doing? You know what I'm saying?
He was ready for it.
He was
He ready for all the shit. He brought a grave. He brought a tombstone.
Well, that was Stay Tombstone for
Oh, that's
That's
theirs?
theirs.
Oh, well, I thought it was his.
But Kanye he basically was just like, this is my time to say everything I want to say, and y'all finna fucking listen, and I don't give a shit if you like it or not.
Well, he did drive a point home that I've been saying about Kanye to a lot of people for the last couple of years, because I was one of the main people. Like, let me tell you, Kanye West was almost my favorite rapper. Like, it was a point in my life where I was looking at myself in the mirror like, Craig, do you really like Kanye more than you? I mean, like, then you like Jay-Z? He was there for me.
Right.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy era Kanye and before literally made me question, was Hov as good?
I like the fact that when he was saying, it was like he could go, like, who would you go up against? He was just like, But then when they was talking about maybe you could do like your albums versus your albums, and he was like, yeah, I put My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Well, can't nothing go against My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But maybe we could go, you know. And then when you think about it, it's like he knows that's his masterpiece.
Yeah, that's
album.
his masterpiece.
You know what I'm saying? And nothing in his catalog, as good as his other stuff is, will touch My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
It'll never be touched. So, you know, then he started getting a little crazy, right? Going to the left. I'm like, man, what's going on? And I was one of the people that was calling him crazy. And then I heard him say something a couple years back, even during the Trump era. I didn't agree with it, but everybody got their right to be whatever they want to be. But he said something. He was like, yo, they're trying to dismiss me. Crazy is a dismissive terms. Oh, he just crazy. And people won't listen to you. He was like, stop calling me crazy. I'm not crazy. You're just trying to get people not to listen to me.
Right.
Bro, and that came clear with these interviews. Like, you can clearly tell this man isn't crazy.
Right.
He may got his own views, his own thoughts that you disagree with, but that doesn't make him crazy.
He may know something you don't.
Possibly.
Yeah. It's possible.
You feel me? Because I'm going to tell you something. Listening to him this time, it started, first off, it's Ye. So I got to see what he talking about at least and see if it's interesting before. But once I got really got into it, I was no releasing it. It was a movie to me, bro. I couldn't stop watching it. It was a movie to me. You feel me? I got so much a higher level of respect for him that I went and listened to the whole Dark Twisted Fantasy album.
Did you?
Yes, the whole album. But
you didn't like it?
Nope, not that crazy about it.
That's definitely not dream music.
Show forte.
It's definitely not dream music.
I'm like, fuck, they set me up. But he said in that interview something else that was narcissistic and or egotistic, but after he explained, I agree. He said if he do a versus, it'll take at least 3 people to go against him. And when he originally said that, I'm like, come on, man, sit your head down. There's a couple people get on your head. And then he was like, no, but see, you gotta realize you gotta go like albums, hits, and then like the movies I produced. Because like, people didn't know he produced stuff off of Ether. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. Right, which is another masterpiece. You feel me? I mean, this dude done produced stuff that's as masterful as his Dark Twisted Fantasy. Mm-hmm. So he would really have to go against about 3 people to even compete with him.
He produced heavy on majority of Jay-Z's work.
Yeah. Bro, dude is and then, I mean, like, the way he think, bro, like, when he talk about what the difference between Jay-Z and Nas, he's a Nas' favorite rapper all the time, right? And he was like, the difference was, Jay-Z transcended and Nas fell off. I was like, he's right. Well, I felt like, I agree with him.
Yeah.
When he don't try to touch on Trump stuff as much, but I get it now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I didn't originally. You a fucking idiot. Mm-hmm. But after listening to him, I get it now. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? After actually sitting down and listening to him now, because I can listen to him with an open heart when he's black, so I'm going to give him that. Hence the reason why he's not fond of John Legend and Big Sean. Mm-hmm. I'm like really not fond of them.
He don't like him.
You know what I'm saying? That actually took about 15 minutes to get that off the chest. And after they were like, all right, we get it. Yeah. No, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Jesus, that nigga snapping. You know what I'm saying? Because the difference in why I respect his thoughts on Trump now, first, I mean, like, his take on it was so deep that made me say, was I racist? Did I not even give him a chance because he Trump? You feel what I'm saying? He made me think that deep, because y'all know how I was about Trump.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? To hear him and his takes on, like, maybe I'm the one stupid.
No, I mean, like, when you start talking about stuff like that, like, everybody gonna have varying opinions, but I will say that he made very valid points for why he did what he did.
Right.
And you can't help but to respect a person that takes accountability for their actions and has a reason for them.
He came out and said in the interview that, bro, I wore that red hat just because they didn't want me to. Mm-hmm. Like, he didn't care about it. Like, that wasn't something he was doing just because, like, he did it just because he knew it pissed people off.
Yeah.
It was the stance he took. Bro, everybody got that right. Bro, one of the things that caught me early, it happened super early. He's like, man, I put everybody in group chat. Him, Pusha T, Jay-Z, Big Sean, Drake, put all these people in the group chat, Beyonce. And he was talking, and they said something like, oh, yeah, going crazy again, probably need to get his daughter pay off his meds. And he was like, yo, I got more money than everybody in this together.
Yeah.
Jay-Z was in this chat, bro. We know he got a Billy.
Right.
Bro, that's a strong statement, bro. I was like, man, that's rough.
And then that fool said, You know what I hate about one
I don't
billionaires?
think he had more money than all of them.
He said, you know what I hate about one billionaires? They can go to Taco Bell tomorrow and they won't be a billionaire no more. And I was like, yo,
Yeah.
that's true, but bruh, still.
He worth 9.9, bro.
Right.
Where, how much?
9.9 billion.
Really? He didn't move up that much?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what they was like. And that's when Nori was like, should we check Forbes? He was like, oh no, Forbes is trash. He's like, matter of fact, they're washed. That's worse than. It's like that's worse than.
Yeah, that's real.
They're washed.
But yeah, he got more than all of them together.
I told you that.
Yeah.
And he still called Jay-Z his boss.
That's what I was about to say too.
He still called Hov his boss.
He got
was like,
all the respect for Jay-Z.
He said when I talk, he was like, you know, I call Travis my son. He was like, and I ain't mean that in no disrespectful way. I just mean that, you know, like I'm the father to this stuff. But when it comes to Jay, that's boss. If I'm father to them, Jay is father to me. I'm his son. And I was just like, that's.
So they asked him a question that he liked to say it wrong, and then he stopped. He said, "Yeah, that's my boss."
Yeah. They asked him what he do versus with Jay.
I mean, immediately, it was like I almost finna cuss in front of your parent. Like mother, I'm sorry, mama. You feel what I'm saying? But that respect level, with being able to supersede this guy that you call your boss, that still tells me the humility this man holds.
But so I know we talking about like him as an individual. You know what he said to me that stood out to me, and I was just like, oh, that would have been fucking amazing.
What's that?
When he talked about Holy Grail, and he wanted Holy Grail on Watch the Throne, and Jay wouldn't let him have it. He was like, God damn it.
Yeah, I remember that.
But just thinking about that, I was just like, that would have killed on Watch the Throne.
for
Like
sure.
Watch the Throne was already dope as hell, but that record flowed really, really. It would have flowed really, really well with that. I like listening to him talk about his creation process. You know what I'm saying? Like as an artist, that's inspiring for me.
Bro, I love the fact that he said he don't have a home and how he explained that analogy of not having a home,
Right.
and what a home really is, bro, and that's real.
Yeah.
Because, bro, like he broke that shit down to the simple. Bro, that's super real. He's like, man, my home is the size of how big my bag is right now.
Right.
Sometimes I have to get a little bigger if I'm doing this. Sit down, my home is this big.
Yeah, bro.
Dude,
Bro said he went to Europe. Then he name dropped the boss at Balenciaga. He was like, I went to see Balenciaga. They came and picked me up, and I realized I ain't had no drawers with me, so I walked around and wore Balenciaga underwear and t-shirts for free that whole week. He was like, so I realized that the currency that wasn't the actual currency that you made is you. Your namesake is your currency.
Right.
Bro, that
He said, I want
That
to get
was
to
so
a
heavy.
point. He said, I want to get to a point in wealth where my money is useless.
yeah.
Think about that for a minute, dude.
That's heavy.
I want to tell you, some of the stuff he said, bro, hit totally different from me watching this interview than any interview I've ever watched from one, and gave me a whole nother respect for him. That alone was so much deeper than the common mind can comprehend because they don't know money.
No, you're right.
I want to get so wealthy that my money is no good. Bruh.
Yeah. Bro, that's strong.
That is strong.
That's super strong, bro.
Bruh.
I want to become so wealthy that my money is no good. Meaning that he is so he's so valuable to people that you got this, you got that. Bro, that's
Right.
strong. That's strong.
Because you know, he said, like, when he made it to the hotel, they told him that there's no room available. He said, one of the times I removed my mask. You sure there's no rooms available? Oh, Mr. West. We'll get you some. The room was trash, but listen. I love, and that's nothing. I love the way that Kanye West don't, you know, I'm a firm believer in not lying or just being quiet. You know, I don't know if he know how to.
But at that level of success, at that level of, you don't have to.
But some folks do still to protect other folks' feelings.
Right.
I mean, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know if he know how to be fake. And you know, I tell you, you know, I love why I like T-Pain so much. I love people being comfortable being them. Whoever them is, if you could be the best them it is for you, I love you for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he is 100% yay.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Undoubtedly.
So to get, I don't want to get to that yet because it's gonna spin off. When when the fool said that you should bury me here because I signed Big Sean, some of the stuff he said so fast and so hard that Nori couldn't even keep up with it, bro. Nori clapped for it.
He said, I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean.
Yeah. And Nori like, yeah. He said, no, nigga, I'm gonna tell you, I hated it. I don't like him. The other dude was like, no, Nori, he said, oh, I think you know what I'm saying? You better sit down and listen when you're talking, bro. Cause you gonna mess around and be on the other side of the table and not even realize that you like a fool. Yeah. He said, what, dude? It amazing. It was an amazing interview from front to beginning. And you could tell that the stuff with him and his wife is really eating at him.
Yeah, it's eating him up.
It's eating him up because as soon as that popped, it popped the whole blood vessel. He almost had an aneurysm and he snapped for about 15, 20 minutes straight. He couldn't hardly hear Nori. He couldn't even hardly hear him. Nori was talking and he just he's in his zone. He was like, yeah. Some of those nannies don't fuck with them either.
That part was funny.
Hilarious, bro.
Yeah, that shit was good.
When he was talking about the other lady, the publicist.
Yeah.
And that bitch keeps saying such. I'm like, dude, you can tell that this was killing him.
Right.
He said, you know, y'all keep talking about, are we divorced? I haven't been served in the papers yet. You know, my kids don't want to see their parents separated. I don't want to see their parents separated either.
Right.
I mean, I don't want us to be separated either. Right. You could tell he couldn't get his words out because it was killing him.
Yeah, because that's exactly what it was. Because, you know, he was, like you say, everybody was like, they keep saying that we're divorced. He said, ain't no papers been signed. That is my wife.
Yeah.
And he referred to Kim as his wife the entire conversation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's the sneak dissing against his wife that pisses him off. You know, which respectful. That's anybody's wife. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, if even if I know your wife, or had a past with your wife, if I'm gonna try not to step on your toes as a man later.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just period. So I understand that. I want to ask y'all something too after this, but got to do with gay. You know what I mean? So
I'm here for it.
I want to tell me y'all take on it because it really fucked me up for a minute. So, but the point I gotta go and jump into it because I was in the tub watching it, and she heard water splashing me, hollering. She ran this, man, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Rewind, and I went back to try to find that number. It was 34, 35. There, boom. Listen what this nigga say about Soulja Boy. Bruh, dude so honest, it's brutal. So Nori missed it again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't say he talked pretty straightforward, but so straightforward that even Nori can keep up with it. He say, I'm gonna tell y'all, you know, and I ain't gonna argue with you niggas about this either. You know, Future is the future, but Soulja Boy, I mean, he's one of those top 3 of all time for what he's done for the culture. You know, sometimes people come in and add this, and I'm paraphrasing now, this braid to the culture that can never be taken away, but it actually add another step to where we go in the evolution of it. Oh, one more thing he said that was powerful. But Soulja Boy top 3, and he said, yeah, you're right. So Soulja Boy was on the album, why you take him off? And he paused, he said, did you hear that track? And then he got to talking, no, like, no. No, was lost.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I'm saying? And then dude was like, oh, it was bad. Yeah, he was like, yeah, and kept right on talking.
Yeah.
Man, I almost drowned.
He said, did you hear that verse? Yeah. No, he said, oh, it was bad. He said, yeah. So anyway.
Well, I almost drowned, man. He had to come check on me, cuz. I almost drowned into him,
That
man.
shit was funny.
Oh my God, I almost died when he said that, bro.
Like he didn't even stay on the subject. He just kept going.
Kept going. He don't know how to not be honest on plea, bro. And then I had to go find it to see what it sound like. And I just don't think Soulja Boy stuff belongs on the Ye album.
It did.
It didn't.
It did. But for Soulja Boy side, Soulja Boy did say that, I can understand how he felt lied to. Because, Kanye, he did this verse with Kanye. Kanye said he gonna put him on the album. Then the album come out, he ain't on it. Wait a minute, you told me I was gonna be on it. Now, mind you, hey, I would have left it that alone at that point. If I was Soulja Boy, I'm gonna leave it alone. But I'm not. Soulja Boy. He made it a big deal.
Always.
Made it a huge deal. So Kanye tried to calm him down, like, yo, chill. Soulja Boy, I never do this. And Soulja Boy got sideways, started talking about the dude's wife. Soulja Boy got sideways, started talking about the dude's wife, all that. Now fast forward to this, Kanye West finally come out and say why I didn't want it. It was trash. Soulja Boy loses his mind again. Then he say, put it out there. It's supposed to be put out there for the people to understand. Wait a minute, break. You just ain't how this work.
Right.
Just because you do a verse for me, I don't mean I gotta use it.
Right.
That's what he told. Charlamagne that if I put it on the album, you supposed to put it on the song. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who album it is. What's the light skinned dude name?
Envy.
Like, it kind of do matter. Kind of, if it's your album, you kind of put on what you want to. I'm like, Soulja Boy retarded, man.
He got to stand up and walking around and shit. I'm like, chill.
Soulja Boy retarded, man.
Bro, Soulja Boy be capping, bro.
Yeah.
Did you see that, bro? Bro, he was like, I'm finna sell this for $150 million. I mind you, Soulja Boy is real successful. He really is. I give him that.
Yeah.
But bro, a lot of that stuff be lies, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He be lying his ass off, bro. And I don't know why. Why, bro? It's unnecessary lies. Like, bro, we ain't asked for that lie.
Right.
I understand your game system is probably super successful.
Right.
I'm sure. And it's probably
I've never seen one.
I've never seen one.
I haven't either.
But see, I looked them up and looked it up. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't even buy this. This don't look like something reputable, right?
Right.
So I wouldn't doubt that somebody's willing to buy it.
Oh, he's selling it. I don't doubt that he's selling it, but I don't think it's successful as he's making it.
150 million, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it ain't that successful, bro.
I don't think it is.
It ain't that successful.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have original content to be that successful. Where his stuff is rips. He ripped off old school games and stuff that just plays on his.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he got licensing issue on top of that. So you telling me that somebody can give you $150 million for something that you don't have original games to, and you got licensing issues? I'm sorry, it just don't work that way.
Oh, real quick, y'all should have brought the Ye concert thing up. I might didn't dive in Travis Scott like I should have, but I didn't. My ass was hung in Ye. You feel me?
Pause.
Yeah, when I tell you I was in that interview, bro, I was in that interview. Do you think that he's gonna have a problem? Because I think he made a mistake when he did it. We'll see. Was saying that Beanie Siegel named his company.
Oh no, Benny Siegel already came out and said that Ye reached out to him. Ye giving him $50 million.
No. I don't think he said that. He said that's what he want.
No. Ye said
They brought up Benny Siegel because he named him Yeezy. He said he brought up Yeezy thing. He said, I owe him some money.
He said, I've been looking for him for a while to give him the money.
He said, so I can give him this money because he gave me the name Yeezy.
Yeah. But then Beanie Siegel do an interview later and say, yeah, since you're saying all that, I want $50 million and some royalties.
and ownership. Kanye West agreed.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, he worth $9 billion, bro. Who cares?
Get the fuck out of here. He agreed to that?
Yeah.
That's pocket change for Kanye.
Bro, Kanye ain't got no house,
I gotta
bro.
look that up, bro.
Kanye ain't got no house, bro.
I gotta look that up. I ain't hearing nothing about him agreeing to
Look
it.
it up.
House is a backpack.
Because when he said it, Nora said, you said that about Beanie, man, you gonna get that money now. You know that, right? He said, oh yeah, he can get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he agreed to the $50 million. Yeah. And like I'm saying to myself, that's a,
I thought.
you know what
I mean, but think about it. $50 million sound like a lot of money, but 3% ownership in Yeezy is even more.
Yeah.
3% ownership in Yeezy is probably worth 150, 200 mil.
Probably.
Easy.
and he agreed to it.
Yeah. I mean, all that. He don't care.
Which takes me to the last topic that I'm gonna have for this conversation. Yeezy said something also in here, and this is something I was trying to talk to Tisha about with like family lineage And as I had this conversation with my sister today, you know, I feel like every black family need to be trying to take their lineage to another level per generation. You feel me? Because if not, you're just stalling. You completing that same vicious cycle. So he was talking about how the forefathers of R&B and rap and stuff got them to where they at. Which now, I mean, we're starting to see generational wealth being built amongst black people. Between the NBA, NFL, hip hop. You know, we seeing generational wealth built. Finally. Took us 400-500 years, but finally. You feel what I'm saying? Where that, I mean, like, yeah. His great-great-great-great-grandkids gonna still be spending some of the money that he's built while we was watching, right?
Right.
And he was saying that, you know, we're finally getting to that level where we can see stuff like that. Well, now, I want to be the one that transcends us to the Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, those type of guys' levels. And I'm like, sweet. That hit for me. Because I just want to be a millionaire. But what's a millionaire? Ain't no money. Realistically, I can't. I mean, yeah, I can give my folks a house, but I'm still thinking small. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And he let us know that we, as a people, stop limiting the way we think about our lineage. We're the true kings. Think like one. That's what I got out of that conversation. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm like, motherfucker, I hate you so much. I love you now. I literally went and listened to that whole album because of it.
Yeah. Well, it's the best album in my lifetime.
You feel me?
So
just because listen to him.
One or two, bro. I don't know. Miseducation on Hill is up there.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's up there. But them two they sit near and dear to my heart. But no, on family lineage, bro, I think that's something that the black household hadn't worked on itself, and I don't think you got necessarily be wealthy to do it. Yeah. But we should definitely, you know, of course our last name was slave owners' names for the most part, but we should, at this point, we're at a point in our life where we can be proud of it, you know, and like make sure that you raise your kids to be proud of it as well. And like that's something I don't think we do enough of. Like, bro, with how wealthy Ye is right now, his family. So he got 4 kids. His family should be like his kids should be namesakes for his enterprises and companies, right? His kids should run those, and their kids should start stuff and run that as well.
Yeah.
And they should be a huge empire. Like this family should be known by name, the West family.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I think it will.
And it will.
Yeah, I think it will.
But like I don't think we put enough emphasis on that in the black community, like how we like, man, just cause like I know people who great grandfather had a convenience store in the hood, right? And it caused them to live well. But their son or daughter didn't do nothing with it, right? They still got it, but they ain't do nothing with it. So they live in the same way their grandfather did. And then they pass it down, they live in the same way their grandfather did. Now mind you, they have money, but it doesn't create a family line, right?
Exactly.
Versus now that my grandfather did this, he put us in position to do this, we should start our own thing while keep his thing afloat.
Right.
And that should repeat until you can have that name say, well, your name is, you know, this family is not responsible for this.
Exactly.
And what made me, when you said lineage, what made me think about that is because they're horrible people, but the Sackler family from Dope City. The Sackler family, bro, did some bad stuff, but they rich. Yeah. Every one of them. They hold, bro, that name is known. They have museums. They have organizations. That name is known for what they done because of their work. And they made their kids feel responsible. They made their kids feel like they had to make money. They was already rich. They made their kids feel like they had to contribute something to the world. Yeah. And they did. That's the kind of thought process I think we need to grow. And
that's literally what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It ain't about all I want from my kids. If I don't become a millionaire before I die, and I pray to God I do, but if I don't and I just get to this level, I don't want my kids to sink. Right. Even if they just a tad bit above me. Push the lineage up just a little bit. Because eventually that Kanye West of our family will pop out. but they got to be in a position where they can at least try to win. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Let's just try to keep pushing just a tad bit until it happens. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I felt like he was saying, but at a way higher level. You feel what I'm saying? What can we do over these next, let's say hip hop? I don't know how long hip hop been around, but I'm just throwing a number. Let's say 50 years, right?
It ain't that old.
Yeah, I'm sure that, but I'm just throwing a number. So in 50 years, this is what we created.
It's like
right?
79 the first year for hip hop or something like that.
Yeah, well that's 42 then, because I'm born in 79.
Something like that.
But I'm just throwing,
81,
I'm just throwing a random number out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying from here to here, this is what we created.
73.
73.
Shit.
Oh,
So
wow.
it is 51 years then, ain't it? No, that yeah.
No, it'll
50.
be 50 years and 23.
Okay, so I'm on 50 years. You know what I'm saying? He basically said from those 50 years, it got us to here, right? Where, I mean, like Ye primary income now is not even music.
Oh no.
You feel what I'm saying? So now, I want to show and help our next generation in the next 50 years go from here to there. And I love that. You know what I'm saying? I love that. And I think every black household need to start looking at life and stuff the same way. No, you ain't gonna probably do it on Kanye West level, but there's still levels. There's still levels. You feel what I'm saying? That's why they hit so different for me, anyway. Even when Jay-Z said in the song, what's better than 1 millionaire, 2, especially when they're from the same hue as you.
He said billion, but I'm with you.
He said billion?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse.
He said billion.
Cold-blooded. You feel me? But yeah. Big Kanye West fan now.
Should be.
I mean, I'm so big of a Kanye West fan that during next election, I'm gonna actually sit down and do my real research. I'm not just gonna vote Democrat because that's what I've always done.
No, I ain't never done that in the first place.
Research.
I ain't never voted straight Democrat ever.
Oh, have you?
Never.
That's all I've ever done.
Ever. Well, if you notice, you ask me what I am, I'll say I ain't nothing.
Yeah, I've
Because
always just did a Democrat because I was black and that's what we do.
Where I vote based off policies and.
I was going to say, because once upon a time, we were the Republicans. They were the Democrats.
Yeah.
I mean, just like, what's the opposite of pro-life?
Pro-choice.
To the 10th power was, but now I think about it. His topic on that, touch me.
You know the one thing that we hadn't touched on
You
that
feel me?
I
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. The one
Touch
thing
me.
that we hadn't touched on as far as the interview that I really enjoyed was when he brought Larry Hoover Jr. in. And just hearing about the fact that this man, I think he said he's 47. And he ain't never spent no time with his dad outside of prison. Like, that's something major to think about. Like, I don't do enough research. I hadn't done enough research as far as maximum security prisons and stuff like that. Listening to them talk about that situation, I was Googling shit at the same time and just looking at the type of environment his dad has had to live in for 47 years. Like, I don't understand. I'm gonna be honest with you personally. I know you got to do some real bad shit to end up in a place like that. But at the same time,
Not really.
well,
There's people in there who didn't deserve to be in there.
but no, not at ADP. Not in the most maximum secure type prison. These was all like the Oklahoma City bomber and the shoe bomber and
I'm with you.
people like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, in general, solitary confinement 23 hours a day is no way to live your life. Now imagine having to do that for 47 years, bruh. I can't imagine. I can't do it. I can't imagine. I can't even begin to think how mentally tough you have to be to sleep on a concrete bed with a concrete toilet and a concrete, just, that's a lot. That was heavy.
So, glad you said that because that's the thing I want to spin off. Did anybody see him when he read to Drake what he wanted to do? About Larry Hoover.
Yeah.
Did he look like a hostage to you?
Talking about standing beside Jay Prince.
It may just be me. But bro, he's most definitely like, I'm like, wink. I'm like, wink, nigga. You got 9.9 billion. I get at Jay Prince ass. Just wink.
Bruh, you know Jay Prince is Drake boy.
I know.
But did you know that they actually linked tonight?
Who?
Drake and Kanye.
Oh, it wasn't a choice.
At Kanye house, Dave Chappelle hosted.
Hey, look, I don't know if it was a choice. That was my point.
Yeah, but Dave Chappelle hosted at Drake house.
After he got through reading this suicide letter, I swear I heard Jay Prince say, "Good boy." You seen it? You ain't seen it?
I seen it.
I didn't. I passed over it.
Bro, it most definitely looked like he was reading the.
He looked super uncomfortable.
Yes, and Jay Prince standing there like, you better read it like I told you.
I mean, with Larry Hoover Jr. wearing a Rap-A-Lot chain, yeah. Anyway,
Really?
yeah, you ain't see that, bro? He got it on in the interview. Go back and watch part 2. Go back and watch part 2. He wearing a Rap-A-Lot chain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Jay Prince heavy dog.
yeah.
Jay Prince heavy dog. But I agree though. If enough of people like that, bro, come together, mountains can be moved.
Yeah, facts.
But if you continue to tear down or to separate the tops, then they can never help the bottoms, or the middles, or the lost, or the unfortunates. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, Jay-Z, Ye, Diddy, Drake, those type of people, man, coming together. Oprah, I just threw that name in there because she's powerful and black. Those type of people can come together, bro. They can move mountains, literally. I mean, they actually got enough money to actually move a mountain. You know what I mean? But figuratively too. You know what I mean? And I'm all for it. And yay, I never thought I said this in a million years. If he lead it, he'll get us there.
We're different.
Bro, if he lead, I never thought I said that in a million years. I will follow you into the future.
He different, bro. He a visionary, dog. He got a gift. He's a visionary.
God, I can't believe myself. I'm out to pray.
Well, I mean, bro, he got the same thing that Elon Musk is made out of. That Steve Jobs made out of. Bro, do you know Elon Musk IQ ain't that high? I mean, it's higher than, it's above average, but it ain't genius level high. Right. Steve Jobs was the same. Their IQs went crazy. They had something that most people don't have.
Acid.
They did have that. Did. That was
but
a big
Ye ain't on drugs.
But nah, they had vision.
Yeah.
Vision.
I was joking.
Yeah. And
but it was true though.
Yeah.
Bro, you laugh about it, but bro, a dude was sitting in his house one day, and I was saying like this, and he said to his friends, I want to talk to somebody that's not here. Right now, that don't sound crazy, but before telephones, you was fucking insane. I'm glad he said that, because if not, nigga, we wouldn't have them.
Yeah.
You know how crazy you had to be
to see that vision?
To have that vision, bro.
Bro, that's the thing though. Like all the big innovators, you would think that never happened. Bro, they call Elon crazy because they said he wasn't gonna go out of space. He did.
Right.
Jeff Bezos did. Elon said he was gonna create a travel system to get you from LA to another part of Cali within like an hour. That tunnel is functional now. It works. Now, had they opened it up, they ain't quite opened it yet, but it's there.
Right.
Like, bro, and they call them crazy for stuff like that. Bro, Google, the head guys for Google, Alphabet, they said they was going to get internet to everywhere in the country. Bro, they're getting close. They're getting close. Google's getting internet to everywhere.
And that's going to bring out geniuses that we never would have thought was geniuses.
Yeah, because some people stuck in towns that they just don't have access.
Yep, they just don't have the access. Facts. This whole world gonna evolve once it's done. Because you see what the internet alone did.
Or either the whole world's gonna either evolve or end. Or either.
There go the antagonist part.
I just want y'all to know that Skynet is real and it's already here. It's just waiting on us to screw up. That's for all my geek fans out there that follow me. Skynet.
Yeah, I met a dude in Birmingham who had one of the he was an employee of Skynet. I thought it was fire. You know, I can't remember what they had no idea what was going on. I'm like, bro, that shirt is fire. He said, I'm surprised you get it, bro. I'm old.
I don't think you necessarily gotta be old, man. It's just
I mean, but when it came out for me, it was the movie.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I was at the age where it was the movie, you know.
What's even funnier is that the way we're talking about it, the people in the comments don't know what movie we're talking about.
Facts.
But yeah, Skynet is.
Do your research, young people.
I don't even want to tell them. Just
I don't either.
Look it up.
Do your research, young people. Did we have any other topics? It seemed like we had a lot more topics that was.
We did, man.
I mean, we may have to save them, but.
No, I think we went through everything. I think we can flesh out any of these topics more if we wanted to. But ain't no point in prolonging, right?
Right.
I thought it was something else good,
you know,
though.
I
know what it was. Fuckers. I know I ain't crazy. The baby. We might can push on.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm in. Like, that's the one. That's a negative topic, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to close on that.
Colin Black and White. We never did got to talk about that.
I never got to watch it.
Shit, yeah. All I do is watch TV, bro. Y'all tripping.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I did.
I liked
it.
it.
I think it was a stretch in some parts, but I did like it.
I think it was great.
I
love to know his backstory though.
The movie, the one with Ryan Reynolds and
Red Notice.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch that, and I'm gonna try to get in at least some of Colin Black and White. We can talk about.
Well, Dope Sick is gonna be finished tonight, so you should definitely watch Dope Sick, bro. I'm telling y'all ain't listening to me. Dope Sick.
I told you I started.
It's actually pretty good.
Fire.
It's pretty good.
It's
like
fire.
I said, I'm getting old, bro. I forgot that I started fucking watching it, and I was laying there like, something I want to watch. She's like, what is it? I don't know. What you watching? I don't know. Shit, black and white. That's how I end up watching that weird ass movie.
I bet you wish you would have kept watching Dope Sick, no?
That's how I end up watching that weird ass movie.
That's funny.
Right. I'm getting old, fam.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, man. Take
Quote of the week says, happiness is letting go of what you assume your life is supposed to be like right now and sincerely appreciating it for everything that it is. So relax, reset. You are enough. You have enough. You do enough. Breathe deep, let go, and just live for right now.
Hey, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all for listening to us again this week, man. We glad to be back. Man, we had a huge following on Facebook all night tonight. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and staying with us.
Sure.
We had 10 people up until maybe 15 minutes ago.
Okay.
At least 10 people the whole night. So we definitely appreciate y'all for listening, following, and sharing for us. Keep that up. And we'll see y'all. Our episodes drop on Thursdays now. We'll see y'all again on next Tuesday. Hey, and feel free to send us messages. Our Facebook page is up messages. Send us messages. We'll respond back to you quickly. And give us some topics that y'all want to hear us talk about. Give us some if you disagree with something that we said. We want to hear that too.
Absolutely.
So, hey, we love y'all. Peace. So I got something to say.